Yeah. Okay.
Disrespectful and
Okay.
winner one hell of a kid. Smoking gas, drinking
Winner.
what you doing out of dick. Slick talker since a jet.
Winter time all the time. Ooh. Yeah. Look at the way that I move. Swag. Disrespectful and I'm rude. Okay. I had cocaine in the school. Winner one hell of a kid. I am smoking gas, drinking mid. I'm lit. What you doing out in dick? I swear. Slick talker since a jet. Finesse. I know that this what they want. Facts. Run up some money, I'm gone. I'm out.
Guys, I'm the one and only, and today we'll be doing What If Luffy was Whitebeard's son. Here, this Luffy will not have a devil fruit in this, but he will have an extremely powerful haki. But anyways, without further ado, let's get started. We'll see a baby Luffy getting taken to Dodon by Whitebeard, who will know her in this What If. He would drop Luffy off to Dodon, asking Dodon to take care of him. Dodon is too scared to say no, so she agrees per canon, and him and Ace are raised as brothers. Whitebeard from time to time will visit Luffy throughout his life, so Luffy knows who he is and claims him as his father. Also, Ace has a father-son relationship with Whitebeard much earlier in the story. And another thing, Luffy would be born with blonde hair in this What If, and Luffy will still have the same relationship he has with Shanks as in canon. Anyways, I won't be covering Ace, Luffy, and Sabo's backstory because it's too long, but Sabo will also be seen as a son to Whitebeard in this, but Sabo actually doesn't lose his memory and is able to set sail at the age of 17, just as planned, and become a pirate. First Sabo, then Ace, and then Luffy. When Luffy was age 14, Whitebeard actually came to take him with them on the seas. There he meets Whitebeard's crew, considering them his older brothers. We then flash to see Luffy, a 17-year-old Luffy, on a small boat, and he would begin to set sail off to the seas. However, he would encounter a Sea King, and he would cover his fist in armament haki that he learned from Whitebeard, and he doesn't even have to touch the Sea King, as he just punches the air, and the pure energy from his fist puts a hole through the Sea King, killing him. Luffy would then claim he'll be king of the pirates, and not even his old man Whitebeard would change that. Ace actually still joins Whitebeard's crew, and Sabo makes his own. Luffy sailing would see a raid happening on a Navy ship. However, since Luffy's hungry, he'll grab some fruit from the ones who stole food from the Navy. Luffy jumps onto Alvida's ship, and Alvida realizes who he is immediately, already making a name for himself. With the 500 million berry from when he lived with Dodon, being known as Straw Hat Luffy. Nothing changes at all with Luffy and Shanks' promise as well, and Luffy would knock out everyone on the ship with Conqueror's haki besides Alvida purposely. Kobe would be frightened and ask Luffy to run. Luffy would say, "Shut your mouth, brat." He would then walk up to Alvida and dodge one of her attacks, and he would then kick her miles into the sea. Kobe is shocked, and Nami, who was also on the boat, was surprised too. Luffy would ask Kobe for his name, and Kobe would give it. Luffy would ask if Kobe is captured, and Kobe would nod, and Luffy would tell him to come with him. Kobe tries to stand up to him actually and says that he wants to be a Marine, rushing at Luffy. Luffy would then slam the bottom of his Bicento into his back, making Kobe cough of blood, and Luffy would grab Kobe and say, "I'll still help you. Who gives a damn if you want to be a Marine?" Kobe agrees, and they get on a small boat, and Nami would actually ask Luffy to wait up, being on Alvida's ship, taking stuff, and she would actually ask Luffy to bring her too, seeing that Luffy is a good person, rescuing Kobe even though he attacked them, and that Luffy is very powerful. Luffy will allow her to come with them, and while they're drifting about, Luffy asks about Noah Zoro. Kobe tells him, and Luffy would then say that he's going to recruit him to his crew. Kobe would be shocked, and the same with Nami. However, they would arrive on the island where Zoro is, and Luffy would go right for the HQ, and Nami and Kobe would follow. Luffy would straight up blow through the brick wall. However, as this happens, he sees a little girl, and a piece of rubble from the brick wall is finna hit her. Luffy would then speed to her, destroying the rubble, grabbing her all in one swoop, and this would convince Nami even more that Luffy is a good person. Since Luffy broke through the walls, the Marines will come flooding out, ready for the attack since the alarms went off, along with Axe Hand Morgan, who was leading them. Luffy would walk past all of them to Zoro and he would ask him how did he get himself in this mess. Zoro explains and Luffy says, as I thought, you aren't a bad person. He would then slice Zoro's restraints, setting him free, and Zoro would say he's a swordsman and doesn't have his swords. Luffy would say, we'll get them back in a while, and he tosses Zoro his Bicenta for now, and Zoro will slice down hundreds of men, and then Luffy would knock out the rest with Conqueror's Haki. He would then punch Morgan, and Zoro would slash Morgan, and in unison their attacks land on Morgan, making Morgan bleed out and losing so much blood that it would leave him dead. Luffy, Zoro, Kobe, and Nami would then go into the Navy HQ and get Zoro's swords, and after that, Luffy tells them to jump out the window because he is going to burn this place down. He then proceeds to blow up Navy HQ with the single slash of his Bicento using Haki. He would walk out unscathed and ask Zoro to join his crew and run wild, become his brother. Zoro would then say, I will if you manage to beat me. He would use his three-sword style, getting into his stance, rushing at Luffy. Luffy would dodge all three of his blades, not even using observation Haki, then proceeds to slash Zoro on his arm, making Zoro bleed from his arm bad. And he would then appear behind Zoro, grabbing him by his head, slamming him into the ground, as Zoro would admit that he's lost and would agree to join Luffy's crew. Luffy would smile and help him up, and then soon after, he would walk up to Kobe with a serious look and say, you see the Navy's true colors and how they roll. He would ask him, is he sure that he still wants to be in the Navy or join his crew so he could become strong along with his crewmates and could shake this world, being good pirates. Kobe would actually say he'll join Luffy, and Luffy would tell him for right now he is just an apprentice. And this is actually making Luffy happy that Kobe wants to join his crew. After this, him, Nami, Zoro, and Kobe set sail for the next island. After a while, they would arrive, and with Luffy teaching Zoro armament Haki on the way, and Luffy is so talented with Haki, he could just touch Zoro, opening his Haki chakra, making it so he could access this. But, of course, he could only do this to people who has the potential to access Haki in the first place. Hours later, they would arrive at the next island to where Buggy is. Luffy remembers what his father always says about Buggy and Shanks, telling him that Buggy was just a clown and Shanks was the only one with real potential. Luffy would then say, so he's an enemy to begin with, huh? Good, I want to kick that bastard's ass. Luffy would locate Buggy with observation Haki and lead his crew to Buggy, as Buggy would be standing on the top of a building firing cannonballs, or Buggy balls as he likes to call them. Luffy doesn't even have to move an inch as Zoro comes in and slices all of the cannonballs down, and Luffy would look up at Buggy telling Zoro to just handle his lackeys. Luffy would throw his Bicento into the ground and jump up to the building that Buggy is standing on and punching Buggy in the stomach with Haki with such speeds that Buggy couldn't even counter. Buggy would cough up blood and pass out, and then by the time Luffy looks back, Zoro had every member of Buggy's crew knocked out on the ground. Luffy would smile and Kobe would feel useless as he didn't do anything, and Luffy would then say, hey brat, you don't even have your Haki yet. Don't beat yourself up. Take what you didn't do here and use it as motivation to improve. Kobe would smile and nod, saying Luffy's right, and after this, the whole town would throw a huge party for Luffy, taking down Buggy, and also, the Straw Hats in general. After the party, they would leave and then set sail for the next island. As they're on the boat, Luffy would tell everyone that they'll need a bigger ship if we want to go to the Grand Line. They would stop at Syrup Village, and Usopp would threaten Luffy with the pistol, and Luffy would mimic the words of Shanks, and as Usopp wouldn't shoot, and Luffy would say, aren't you Yapsap's kid? Usopp would say, how do you know my father? And Luffy says that he's on Shanks' crew, and Shanks is a friend of mine, or more like a rival now, and so is Yasopp. Usopp gets told all about his father, and Luffy asks Usopp does he know anyone who could get them an actual ship. Usopp says that he knows of one person, and he'll show them to her as they begin to walk towards the mission, and they will get through the gates. And as Usopp talks to Kaya for a while, before he could ask for a ship, Clawhador comes in and tries to stop them from talking to Kaya. However, he would see Luffy and recognize him instantly, and he would get scared. However, he thinks since Luffy's guard is down, he could get him. Luffy has his back turned talking to Kaya as Klahadore would try and cut Luffy's neck. Zoro in the blink of an eye would block his attack with one sword, even though Luffy could have avoided it himself easily, and Zoro would slice Klahadore down. Kaya would be shocked at Klahadore's attempt to murder Luffy, and Luffy would then explain that that isn't Klahadore, as he would get a good look at Klahadore's face and say, "That's Kuro." He would explain everything about Kuro being a pirate, and he's probably in it to get her money, and that's it. She is very sad knowing this, but is grateful to Luffy for telling her the truth, and she said that she'll reward him with a ship. How about that? Luffy would then smile and say sure. They would get on the ship, and Luffy would ask Usopp to join his crew, to which Usopp agrees and disbands his little gang and comes with Luffy. As they're getting ready to set sail, they see the rest of the Kuro pirates coming. However, Luffy just shows them the body of Kuro, and then they would immediately get scared and leave. And that's why I'll be ending this off, guys. Hope you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.